Have you ever dreamed of owning your own café? A place where people come for coffee, conversations, work, breakfast, and relaxation. But opening a café is much more than renting a shop and buying a coffee machine. Before your first customer arrives, you need a complete plan for your business. First, you must decide exactly what kind of café you want to create. Your café could focus on coffee, pastries, desserts, or a complete food experience. Your concept will influence your location, interior, equipment, menu, prices, and customers. Then comes one of the biggest decisions, choosing the right location for your café. A café near offices may attract morning workers and busy lunchtime customers every day. A location near universities may attract students throughout the day and evening. A busy shopping area can attract shoppers, tourists, families, and customers throughout the day. The right location can bring customers before they even know your café exists. But a beautiful café in the wrong location can still lose money every single month. Before signing a lease, study the area, customers, competitors, and daily foot traffic carefully. Your competitors can reveal opportunities that your future café could use to stand out. Maybe competitors are expensive, slow, crowded, or missing something customers actually want. Finding that gap can become your café's biggest competitive advantage. However, location also brings one of the biggest risks: high monthly rent. A busy location may bring customers, but expensive rent can destroy your profit. That is why every cost must be calculated before you commit your money. You need to know exactly how much money your café must make just to survive. This is your break-even point, where total sales finally cover your total business costs. Revenue may look impressive, but profit is what actually keeps your café alive. Many new owners spend too much money before their café even opens. A smart owner knows where to invest and where saving money makes more sense. Customers return for great coffee, friendly service, comfortable surroundings, and a memorable experience. Your café does not need to be the biggest. It needs to be the right business for your customers. A focused menu is often easier to manage, more consistent, and less wasteful. Every extra product can create extra ingredients, equipment, storage, preparation, and potential waste. Food waste is one of the quiet ways cafés lose money without even noticing. Buying too much food, preparing too much, or storing products incorrectly can quietly destroy your margins. The solution is careful inventory, control, and understanding exactly what your customers actually buy. If one product sells more during weekdays, your purchasing should adapt to that demand. Smart purchasing means buying enough to serve customers without filling your storage with unnecessary waste. Your menu prices must cover costs while still giving customers a reason to come back. You should never copy a competitor's price without understanding your own costs first. Your rent, staff, suppliers, equipment, taxes, and operating costs may all be completely different. The goal is not always to become the cheapest café in your area. Instead, you can compete through quality, speed, convenience, atmosphere, or a unique customer experience. Customers may happily pay more when the experience genuinely feels worth the price. But premium prices must always be supported by premium quality and reliable service. A customer who enjoys your café today should receive the same quality when returning tomorrow. This is why consistency becomes one of the most important parts of the café business. Your staff should know exactly how drinks, food, service, hygiene, and problems must be handled. A successful café cannot depend on one person remembering everything every single day. Clear systems become even more important when your café starts growing and hiring more employees. High employee turnover can become expensive, stressful, and damaging to your customer experience. A strong team can become one of your café's biggest advantages over time. Every café will face problems, from broken equipment and delayed deliveries to unexpected slow sales. That is why you should never spend every euro you have just to open your café. That is why you should never spend every euro you have just to open your café. You need enough financial breathing room to survive unexpected problems after opening. The first few months may be slower than your original business plan predicted. Some days will be busy, while other days may feel surprisingly quiet. That does not automatically mean failure. It gives you valuable information about your customers. If customers ignore a product, you need to understand why before simply removing it. Maybe the price is too high, the portion is too small, or customers simply prefer something different. Instead of becoming emotionally attached to every idea, let real customer behavior guide your decisions. Marketing is essential because even the best cafe cannot succeed if nobody knows it exists. Before opening, you can build curiosity through previews, behind-the-scenes content, and opening announcements. After opening, your marketing should give people a reason to visit, return, and recommend your cafe. But marketing alone cannot save a cafe if the actual product and customer experience are poor. The best marketing brings customers in, while a great experience gives them a reason to return. Technology can also help you manage your cafe faster, more accurately, and more efficiently. A modern point-of-sale system can show exactly what sells, when customers visit, and where money is being made. Instead of guessing what sells, you can use real data to make better business decisions. Your best-selling product is not always the product that creates your highest profit. A smart cafe owner studies both sales volume and profitability before changing the menu. You can also increase average customer spending by creating combinations that genuinely offer value. A customer ordering coffee may also choose a pastry, dessert, breakfast, or another drink. The goal is not to pressure customers, but to make their choices easier and more enjoyable. Opening hours should be based on real customer demand, not simply on how long you want to stay open. Every extra hour creates additional staff, electricity, cleaning, and operating costs. A larger cafe is not always better because more space also means more expenses. A smaller cafe with strong demand can sometimes be more profitable than a large empty space. The goal is not to build the biggest cafe. It is to build a business that works financially. But planning a cafe is only the beginning. The real challenge starts when the doors open and the business begins operating every single day. This is where many new cafe owners discover that owning a cafe is completely different from simply imagining one. A beautiful interior can attract customers, but it cannot run the business by itself. A great coffee machine can produce excellent coffee, but only when the right ingredients, trained staff, and proper systems work together. Your cafe needs to function like a complete system, where every part supports the others. One of the first major decisions is choosing the right equipment for your operation. Your equipment should match the type of cafe you are building, the number of customers you expect, and the products you plan to sell. A small cafe may not need the same equipment as a large restaurant-style coffee business. Buying more equipment than you actually need can consume a huge amount of your startup budget, but buying equipment that is too small or unreliable can create problems when customer demand increases. The coffee machine is often one of the most important investments in a cafe, but the most expensive machine is not automatically the best choice for your business. You need to think about capacity, reliability, maintenance, speed, and the type of drinks your customers actually order. If your cafe serves a small number of customers, a massive commercial system may be unnecessary. But if your business becomes busy during the morning rush, your equipment must handle demand without creating long waiting times. The same principle applies to grinders, refrigerators, freezers, ovens, blenders, and storage systems. Every piece of equipment should have a purpose. Before buying anything, ask yourself whether it will help you serve customers better, faster, or more efficiently. If the answer is no, that equipment may not deserve a place in your cafe. Your ingredients are just as important as your equipment. Coffee beans, milk, syrups, tea, flour, sugar, fruits, vegetables, bread, pastries, and other products all affect your costs and customer experience. The quality of your ingredients can directly influence whether customers return. But quality does not mean blindly choosing the most expensive supplier. You need to find a balance between quality, consistency, price, and reliability. A supplier who offers excellent products but constantly delivers late can create serious problems for your business. Imagine opening your cafe on a busy morning and discovering that your essential ingredients have not arrived. You may lose sales, disappoint customers, and create unnecessary stress for your staff. That is why supplier relationships matter. A reliable supplier can become an important part of your business operation. You should also avoid depending completely on one supplier whenever possible. If your entire business depends on one company, a sudden problem can quickly affect your cafe. Having alternative suppliers or backup options can give your business greater security. Inventory management is another area where small mistakes can become expensive. Your cafe should always know what products are available, what is being used, what is running low, and what may expire soon. Without proper inventory control, products can disappear, ingredients can be wasted, and money can quietly leave the business. A simple inventory system can help you understand how much of each product you use during a normal day or week over time. This information becomes extremely valuable for making better purchasing decisions. Instead of guessing how much coffee, milk, food, or packaging you need, you can make decisions based on real usage. Storage is also important because products should be kept correctly, safely, and in an organized way. Customers remember whether your staff were friendly, whether the order was correct, and whether the cafe felt comfortable. Hiring the right people is important, but training them properly is what creates consistency. Your team should know how to prepare products, serve customers, use equipment, handle payments, and solve everyday problems. The more clearly you build your systems, the less your business depends on one individual. Your cafe should also have clear opening and closing routines that prepare the business for every day. A clean cafe, reliable service, and consistent quality create the kind of experience that brings customers back. Technology, takeaway, delivery, and loyalty systems can create additional opportunities, but every new channel must still make financial sense. Before expanding, make sure your first cafe has stable systems, reliable staff, controlled costs, and consistent performance. Because a successful cafe is not built by one perfect decision, but by hundreds of small decisions made correctly every day. And if you build the business correctly, your cafe can become more than a place that sells coffee. It can become a brand, a community, and something you truly own.